Good evening, everyone. I hope that you are having a good holiday weekend. I know it's rainy a lot of places. We actually got some rain here today, too, but hopefully you've been able to have some fun around whatever weather may be in your area or headed your way. And of course, we still have tomorrow, too, so maybe we can all have some nice weather tomorrow. We have got a lot of stuff we're going to be opening tonight. I figured, why not? We're mostly off tomorrow from work and school. So we will have an autographed baseball jersey, a case of autographed baseballs, some 2012 Signature Series baseball, a case of Dominion basketball, a case of Leaf Ultimate Draft, and a case of Classics football. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. The first three breaks are pretty quick. The other three, of course, take a little bit longer. They are going to go in the order that I just mentioned there. So Classics, of course, will be the last one. So if you're here for that one, you will have a little bit of time before we're going to get to it. But before we start off tonight, I do have some information to go over. And oh boy, I just see that my spreadsheet just tried to lock up on me. So sorry, guys. Hang on one second. I'm going to try to just close Excel and open it back up again, and hopefully that's going to fix our problem here. And then we'll be able to look at the information, hopefully. Well, come on now. Here we go. All right, yeah. Now it's up and running. Hooray. All right, so first up there, a quick note about feedback. Just to let you know that it is completely automated for me. So what that means to you is that you never ever have to wait on me to get caught up with feedback. As soon as you leave positive feedback for me, you should instantly get it in return. Second and most important thing on that page is to say thank you to everyone. I appreciate everybody who chats and bids and breaks with me, comes in, keeps me company. So thanks everyone for joining tonight. And those of you who might be watching later, well, thank you for stopping by and checking out the break. We're going to take a look here at the things that are coming up on eBay. This stuff is already listed. It'll be ending over the course of the next 5 days. And generally speaking, I list new things almost every day, and they usually run 4 or 5 days. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a kind of an easy night tomorrow night. It's going to be a mini football helmet, an autographed jersey, a full-size football helmet, autographed, of course, and a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football. On Tuesday, we'll do some gold standard basketball from 2012, some timeless treasures from 12-13 and 13-14, and a combo break. The last case of Dominion basketball will be Tuesday night, and then we will do a case of Tier 1 baseball. On Wednesday, we have 2 products coming out. We're going to break them both the day that they come out. One is TriStar Hidden Treasures autographed mini football helmets. We're going to break that as a half case. Comes in a case of 10, so we'll have 5 helmets in that particular break. I usually break TriStar as a half case because I think it's more fun that way. And then, of course, Essentials basketball also comes out on Wednesday. We'll break a full case of that on Wednesday night. Thursday, we will do a Game Day Greats autographed football jersey, another half case of TriStar mini football helmets, and another case of Classics football. And then on Friday, which will be the first day of June, we will do a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey, another case of Tier 1, and another case of Essentials. So that's what the 5 days ahead looks like. Once again, for tonight, a lot of information on this page, but first off, the order that we're breaking in, it is what you see there. So jersey, autographed baseballs, Signature Series baseball, Dominion basketball, Ultimate Draft football, Classics football. Once again, that is the order we will go in tonight. You'll notice there that our first 3 breaks have free shipping. Anytime you bid with me and you have an item with completely free shipping, I'm going to send it out about 6 or 7 days after the auction ends on average. Sometimes it might go a little faster if you have another package shipping sooner, but for the most part, look for that to go out about Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. I know June 2nd sounds like it's so far away, but it's really just this upcoming Saturday. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that is Dominion, Ultimate Draft, and Classics football. Anticipating a Thursday shipping date, might be able to get some of that out sooner, but with no mail service tomorrow for the holiday, I feel more comfortable sticking with an anticipated ship date of Thursday. Finally, if you are in one of these breaks and you do not get anything, you get skunked, your team isn't pulled, you are still entitled to a consolation card for your team. It can be from any year in any series. It's typically going to be sent with your next package if you're in one of the free shipping breaks. If you're in one of the paid shipping breaks, it will ship out when the rest of the break ships. There's more information about all of that in the listing description, so if you haven't read that, please check it out. So 2018 Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey. This is break number 5. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Sunday, May the 27th. And of course, we're live streaming it tonight as well. You see the team names are there on the left-hand side, the winning bidder user ID name there across from it on the right. A new spreadsheet will go up before each and every break, so if you're not in this one, you'll see your name up there when we get to your product. Finally, I know the focus is changing here. I'm doing that myself, and I do realize that it makes the background go out of focus, but that's all right. We're still going to be able to see everything, so no worries there. Hi, Nicholas and T. Cassidy. What's up, man? What's happening, guys? Well, eventually I can get all this plastic off of there. That was, it was kind of wanting to hang on there. So, Gold Rush baseball jerseys, they're awesome. I love them. We've been pulling great stuff out of here. And let's see who we have tonight. Leland is our jersey. And there is the signature. You see we also have a JSA authentication sticker. I think this is a custom jersey. Yeah, there's no MLB stuff on it. Just, of course, it's stitched with the Pirates, but no official logos or anything. And then this JSA authentication certificate will be sent with your jersey if you have the Pirates. So please make sure that you find that before you toss out whatever it's shipped to you in, so that that doesn't get lost along the way. So good start for the Pirates with the Leland jersey. I told you the early ones are quick. It's the later ones that are going to take us a little while. And probably you just saw this, but every once in a while somebody jumps in late and they don't see it. So if you didn't see it, please take a minute and look there. Check out the information about consolation cards as well as your anticipated shipping date. And this is 3 boxes of 2018 Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. This is a full inner case. It's break number 12. And the only thing that's different on this than what we're accustomed to, you'll see some teams there that say no hits, not listed. Really just means that that team wasn't on the checklist at all, so I didn't list it for sale. Now, that having been said, we have had 2 breaks recently. We've opened 11 other cases. 9 of them are as you would expect. 2 of them, we actually had somebody come out for one of the teams that is not on the checklist. The player nor the team was on the checklist. So that was kind of weird, and it's happened twice. It didn't happen the 9 other times. Hopefully it's not going to happen tonight. But I think Onyx must have just had like maybe 1 or something. I don't know. Maybe they had 1 or had 1 left over and decided just to slide it in there, and for some reason then also did not correspondingly slide it onto the checklist. So what are you going to do about that? And Edward Murray said, pull Boston. Yeah, were you talking about the jersey, Edward, or are you talking about out of the baseballs here? Oh, Daniel, you have got the Chargers tonight in Ultimate and Classics. I did see that, as a matter of fact. I noticed that. And I also noticed, Nicholas, that you lost your Steelers in Classics. That's unusual. I was expecting you to have them in there. All right, so here we go with our 3 autographed baseballs. Of course, it's going to tell us on this piece of paper who it is, but I always like to look at it first and just see if we can guess who it is, or if I can guess who it is. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. That's Robert somebody, probably. Looks like a Robert type thing. And there is our Onyx authentication sticker. Might be, we've had a lot of Robert Stevenson. We've also had a lot of Renato Nunez earlier in the breaks. there's the Onyx card that goes with the sticker, and the lucky winner is none of the above. It's Ramel Tapia. So it was completely wrong. It was an R, and that's as far as I got. So, ooh, boo for me. I guess that one totally wrong. And Ramel Tapia, of course, should be a Colorado Rocky. So the Rockies with the first ball out. And next up, let's see who we've got coming out for number 2. Joe or John, something like that, with an M. Definitely a J and an M. I'll give you that much. Our Onyx authentication sticker and your Onyx authentication card that matches up with it. And it is Jake oh, you know I'm not going to say it right. Marisnick. Yeah, let's just call him Jake, okay? He's for the Astros, and we're just going to call him Jake. So Jake for the Astros, Ramel for the Rockies, and one left to go. All right. And that, well, that could be a lot of different things. JSA authentication and Onyx authentication. I would love it if that would be Bryce Harper, but I don't remember what Bryce Harper's signature looks like, to be honest with you. There's an Onyx authentication, a JSA authentication that they bent up and folded up, but doesn't matter. It still tells the story, and it is Bradley Zimmer for the Indians. All right, so that's what we're looking at tonight. Bradley Zimmer for the Cleveland Indians. I've already forgotten who that was. Who was that? Isn't that awful? I forgot already. Oh, it was Jake. Right. Sorry. Jake for the Astros. You know I'm going to say his last name wrong, so I'm not even going to try to say it a second time. I gave you a good laugh the first time. And why can I not get that back in there? Here we go. A little card was trying to fight with me. And then Ramel Tapia for the Rockies. So that is our 3 baseballs for tonight. I have got, I think, 2 cases of these left. I believe that's all that's left is 2 cases. So I will get those up and listed pretty soon. One of them may already be listed. I don't know if they both are or not. But we're close to being out of those. Not totally out of them yet, but we're getting close. The window is narrowing for what is left on those. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put the other up again. And I know when you're on the whole time, I know it's a drag to see this before the start of every break, but honestly, people jump in and out. So I gotta kind of go up there with it. So this will be the last of our free shipping breaks. Once again, anticipated date Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. And if you don't pull anything, your consolation card can be from any year, any series, typically ships with your next package. Can come sooner by itself. If you want it, just shoot me a message in eBay. We'll work it out. 2 boxes of 2012 Panini Signature Series Baseball. This is break number 7. Like everything else, it ended tonight, Sunday night, May the 27th. And, of course, the same format with team names on one side, winning bidder user IDs across from it on the opposite side. And these have some excellent, I mean, there's good rookie stuff in here too, but there's excellent stuff in here for some of our Hall of Famer and veteran players. And we pulled some pretty nice things along the way with this. We haven't been opening it for a really long time, but for the amount of time that we have opened it, I think we've had some nice luck with it. So hopefully we're going to continue on that road tonight. There are a few base cards in here. I think it's usually 3 per pack, and then everything else will be a hit. And, of course, being that this is a Panini product, you know what that means. It's just going to list the city. It's not going to say Toronto Blue Jays. It's just going to say Toronto, right? But, of course, we know that it's the Blue Jays. First up is Soriano, Alfonso Soriano. Of course, the base cards we're looking at first. Justin Upton, second out. Miguel Cabrera. Look how young Miguel Cabrera was in that picture. So, of course, this was, 6 years or so ago. James Shields. Kutch, Andrew McCutcheon. And Roy Halladay, who sadly passed away. Let me get out some thick card sleeves because I forgot to do that. And then we're ready to look at our hits. First out, numbered to 299, Tim. Yeah, okay, Federer. So there's Tim for you. Next out, and this is numbered to 25. How about a Buster Posey coming out for the San Francisco Giants? Got a little bit of chipping. You can see it down here on that lower, maybe a little, well, really kind of that whole left side and left edge. But that is a nice little hit there for the San Francisco Giants with a Buster Posey to 25. So see, that's what I'm telling you. There's some nice stuff floating around in here. A redemption. We're going to wait. We'll look at it at the end. Matt Adams to 299. Followed by Garrett Richards to 299. And Garrett Richards, guys, I'll have to look that up. I don't know if that's Angels or Dodgers, and of course it just says Los Angeles, so I'll have to look that up before I ship it out. I suspect that it's Dodgers, but yeah, we'll find out. Andre Dawson, here's another nice one, to 10. And of course, guys, Montreal Expos. We all know the story with this, I would hope. Montreal Expos franchise moved and renamed. They are the current Washington Nationals. So this card goes to the Nats with the nice Andre Dawson lumber cuts. I've got a little piece of a jersey up there as well, numbered to 10, headed to the Nationals. Our redemption, this is going to be expired, of course, but here's what you do. Still redeem it into your Panini account, just like you would any other redemption. And basically it'll work kind of like this. If they have it, they're usually going to send that to you, I would say, within a couple of months on the expired stuff. If you have not seen it within a couple of months, then there's a really good chance that they don't still have that particular card. So when they don't have that card, they will work with you to substitute something else. But the problem is you have to find a live person, and that's where it gets kind of dicey sometimes. So I always suggest that you look for somebody on Facebook or Twitter or something like that, because that's about the only way you're going to find them, I think. All right, Rafael Dolis, right there he is. It's going to be numbered to 299. And of course, sadly for me, they do not tell us what what team. Yeah, I know. In the newer stuff, they do go on and put the team on the checklist, but in the older stuff, they don't. And I don't know the answer, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to check it out. So hang tight there for 1 second while I look this up and find out where this should go. That way we'll all know. Was it D-O-L-I-S, right? I better look at that again. Yeah, D-O-L-I-S. And it will be, of course, where he played in 2012, because this is out of a 2012 product, right? So it would have been, had the checklist actually listed the team, it would have listed his team for 2012, which looks like it was the Cubs. All right, so this redemption, Cubbies, let me just label that up real quick here, and we are ready to recap. Okay, so our redemption for Rafael Dolis to 299 turns out will go to the Chicago Cubs. Then our Andre Dawson Lumber Cuts. This is a really nice hit, in my opinion. Numbered to 10. Of course, the former Montreal Expos are the current Washington Nationals, so that goes to them. Garrett Richards, that is to 299. I will have to verify if that is Dodgers or Angels. I suspect Dodgers, but I'll check it out before it mails out. Matt Adams for the St. Louis Cardinals to 299. Really sweet little Buster Posey here, numbered to 25. That's an excellent hit for the Giants with the Buster Posey. And then Tim, also just listed for Los Angeles, I believe is a Dodger, to 299. But again, I will make sure Dodgers versus Angels before it goes out the door. We're getting ready to start with Dominion Basketball. There were a couple of unpaid teams for Dominion Basketball when I started the live stream. I don't know if they're still unpaid or not. I'm going to check that out here in a second. And hopefully they have been paid. If you're one of the people that hasn't paid it and you're watching live right now, you better jump into chat and let me know what your situation is, because, yeah, we might be looking at moving that team off down the road if it doesn't get paid. Because I've been hit for a lot with unpaid teams this month, like a lot. Multiple, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because I'm kind of, sometimes I'm too trusting, especially if it's people that I know, and then I just assume that they're going to pay me because I know them and they've bid with me before, and then guess what? Yeah, they don't, and they stick you for a lot of money sometimes. Okay, so we are still setting on an unpaid team here in Dominion. There are also maybe a couple of other unpaid teams. Oh, no, actually, that's from last night. Never mind. So just the one for tonight. And hang on one second, guys. I want to see if this happens to be, if it's somebody who's overseas or something like that, then you figure, you know, the time change might account for it. So I'm checking that. I know you're just looking at the boring spreadsheet right now, but I'll at least switch and let you look at the other part of the spreadsheet while I'm continuing to look this up. And what does this say? Okay, so this is somebody who is overseas, so I'm going to assume then that this is a time change issue or time difference issue, and we'll just let it rock and roll and hope I don't regret it. All right, so this is 6 boxes of 17-18 Dominion Basketball. It's a full case break. It's break number 3. Like everything else, it ended tonight, the 27th of May. And, of course, we have our team names on the left and our winning bidders there across from it on the right-hand side. Yeah, David says in chat, I'm too nice. I shouldn't let these people slide. And, you know, that is true. That is true. I do have a tendency to kind of think more of the best of people rather than the worst of people. And it quite often does end up costing me quite a bit of money along the way. And I'm really the worst about it when it's somebody that has bidding history with me and I know them pretty well. And I'm kind of having to change my ways a little bit, because after this month where I had, oh gosh, one guy that had bid with me a bunch stiffed me for $300, one guy alone. And then I had a couple of other people that had bid with me a lot along the way that never paid, never even answered. I emailed and said, hey, what's going on? Did something come up? Just let me know what's going on. We'll talk about it, figure it out. Never responded, never paid, nothing. So I am going to have to sadly change my ways a little bit and start reselling these teams in chat and whatnot when they go unpaid, which I don't really like to do, because sometimes people legitimately are just, they've fallen asleep, or they're at work, or they're, you know, don't realize they've won it and would and do take care of it the next day, and then you have the bad apples that ruin it for everybody, you know. So anyway, enough of that, though. We're going to have some fun tonight with this, I hope. This has been an awesome product. Oh, Dayton, I see that Jimmy answered that question so thank you, Jimmy, for jumping in and answering Dayton's question. I didn't see it because I was busy, well, running my mouth, I guess. And also taking the product out of the case and out of the boxes. So thanks for answering that. Wow, David, you said you've been in breaks that were held up for over an hour because somebody didn't pay. Yeah, I don't really roll that way because that bothers me tremendously when I'm in somebody else's break and I have to sit and wait and wait and wait. That really, I don't like it. So I don't do that to you guys because I don't like that to happen when I'm on the other side of the fence, right? When I'm the bidder waiting on the break. So typically, if it's something that looks really suspect, I try to take care of it before the break, and I'll just roll on through and take care of whatever needs to be done. And otherwise, fortunately, most of the time stuff is taken care of, but there's definitely times when it isn't, and I am going to have to start figuring out what to do about that as opposed to letting it ride, because it's coming back to bite me in the rear too many times lately. But I won't keep you waiting an hour, I'll tell you that. I just lose the money rather than keep you waiting an hour. Ricky Rubio to 25 for the Jazz. First out, our metal card. There's one of these per pack, which is, of course, one per box. This one is Jared Allen for the Nets to 199. These always look kind of dull and yucky, for lack of a better word, on the screen. And that's really just because they have them in a plastic sleeve. When you get them at your house and you take them out of that, they'll be all nice and shiny and pretty. Numbered to 199, we have Sterling Brown for the Bucks. There's a piece of, what is that right there? Hang on a second. You see that little white? I guess that's an imperfection on the card because I'm not wiping off whatever it is. So that little white speck right there looks like it's just, I don't know. It's like a little spot that doesn't have color on it, but it doesn't wipe off. So it is an imperfection there on the back of the card itself, it seems. Here is a nice one. We pulled a nice double with Malik Monk and Bam. This one's numbered to 10. I think it was Malik and Bam the other night. This one is De'Aaron and Bam to 10. Kings and Heat. So, of course, we'll look at the spreadsheet, and if we don't have the same team owner, then that's going to end up being given out by way of random. Tom Chambers is next up, and Tom for the Suns, is he numbered? Where did I miss it? To 49, down there in the bottom. So Mr. Tom Chambers. And our quad memorabilia. We're going to find these one per box. They are quite often multiple teams. And here is the deal, guys. You have to own 3 of the 4 teams to take it outright because you have to have 51% or more of the card. So in that case, it's going to be 3 of the 4 teams. If no one has 3 of the 4 teams, then we will go to random.org and we will award that by way of random.org here at the end of the break. Daniel, I think everything did sell in Ultimate and Classics tonight, and I think all that's paid as well. Josh Hart for the Lakers for our metal card. That is numbered to 49. Avery Bradley and the Clippers is our base card, numbered to 75. And if anybody happens to be watching Celtics Cavs and you feel so inclined as to keep me updated on the score, I wouldn't be sad about that. For the Nuggets, we're going to have Jokic and Millsap, Harris, and Jamal Murray on our quad memorabilia card here, numbered to 75. And at least that one doesn't have to go to random. Sindarius Thornwell, Clippers. Sindarius is numbered to what? Is it not numbered? No, it is numbered to 49. Good grief. Why am I not seeing any of those tonight? I don't know. But anyway, Clippers with Sindarius Thornwell. Mike, everything sold tonight across the board. I didn't have anything unsold the entire night. There were a couple things that weren't paid, but then it pretty much is all paid except for the one overseas guy at this point. Sean Kemp, Seattle Supersonics. And once again, this is an example. It's numbered to 25. This is an example of the card staying with its franchise. So the former Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder. So Supersonics go to the Thunder. Dennis Smith Jr., Mavericks, nice hit. Numbered to 199. You've got the on-card auto and the relic. And I know Dennis Smith kind of cooled off a little towards the end of the season, but that's still a very nice hit. Oh, Mike, yeah, the overseas guy I'm hoping is going to, with the time difference, I think would be asleep this time of night. So I'm hopeful. I checked his feedback real quickly there, and he looks like he's probably okay. So hopefully that's going to work out. Brooklyn Nets, Jarrett Allen. This one, though, is numbered to 10. It is number 6 of 10. And I'll tell you the other thing that's interesting is there are a handful of us that break a lot on eBay. DeMar DeRozan for the Raptors, that's numbered to 75. And recently we have taken to sharing information with each other about people who do things that they shouldn't do, file cases they shouldn't file, and other interesting things like that. So hopefully one of these days, somewhere along the way, that is numbered to 99, we will, as a group, at least out of our group, will weed out a lot of these bad apples, because most of us, I think, are just blocking them right up front when, somebody tells us what's happened. This is numbered to 25, Terrence Ferguson for the Thunder. Of course, there's always somebody else breaking. We all know that, but I'm just talking about a handful of us who break pretty much all the new stuff and break it pretty regularly, and maybe we can at least look out for each other a little. Lonzo Ball for the Lakers to 49. That is a nice hit for the Lakers. Juwan Evans and the Clippers. Juwan is numbered to 199. Some nice stuff coming out tonight. But then again, Dominion has been nice every night, in my opinion. I really am a fan of Dominion. I think it's an excellent product. Jamal Murray to 75. I think I've pretty much, by the time I pay the fees and things, I think I pretty well lost money every single time I've broken it, but I still like it. Tyler Dorsey, that is numbered to 199 for the Atlanta Hawks. Lauri Markkanen, the Bulls hit a nice one to 199. Really, I could see, of course, you never know how values are going to settle in, but I could see Dominion settling into a value very close to the top of the list. I mean, obviously, it's not going to beat Flawless or National Treasures, but I would think these would resell pretty well. That is numbered to 25, and it is Vince Carter for the Sacramento Kings. But it's definitely one of the nicer products. I'm a fan, more so than I even thought I was going to be. Willie Cauley-Stein to 25, Sacramento Kings again. Like, I thought I would like it, but I didn't think it would be as nice as it actually is. Another quad relic, this one De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, Malik Monk, and Sindarius Thornwell. So all SEC guys, 3 of them from UK, and Sindarius was, I think, South Carolina, maybe. But a little quad memorabilia of former SEC players. And of course, once again, we're going to deal with all of those multi-team quad memorabilia things using random at the end of the break. That is numbered to 75, Buddy Hield and the Kings, which are pulling out all kinds of stuff tonight. Key for the Rockets to 199. We have a redemption. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to look at it at the end, just because I like to save them. Alonzo Mourning to 15. Wow, if you have the Hornets, you're probably happy with that. The little Alonzo to 15. followed by Mitch Richmond to 25 for the Golden State Warriors. That one is on card and a nice little hit for Golden State. And then we have Damian Lillard to 49 for the Portland Trail Blazers. You would think they could have, I mean, now that they've got the deal with him again, which they didn't have since his rookie year when it was only a limited deal with him even then to sign, you would think they would just have him sign everything. Like, there should really not be any just memorabilia cards of Damian Lillard at this point. Jeremy Lin, 75, Nets. DJ Wilson, 199, Bucks. Luke Kennard for the Pistons. I think he came out of the last case as well. Luke Kennard is numbered to 199. Another redemption. We'll check it out in a minute. Rodney Hood for the Jazz. That is numbered to 10. That's a really low number. And, of course, I know that's not who you want when you have the Jazz. You want Donovan Mitchell, but at least you're not empty-handed, right? Another quad memorabilia. What is this one? Number 275. And it is Andre Drummond, Boogie Cousins, DeAndre Jordan, and Clint Capella. So we got lots of stuff to go wander over and do in random. But before that, let's check these out. I always put these things in sleeves because I want to write on them. And I used to just write directly on the redemption because I figure, like, who cares, right? I mean, all you do is scratch it off and enter it in. But some guy, like, flipped his twig over it one night that I wrote on his redemption card. So ever since then, I just put them in sleeves and write on them. This is Jordan Bell, rookie jersey autographs. That will be for the Golden State Warriors, but we will go to the checklist and check it out here in a minute. And wow, look at that. 2 Jordan Bells. Like, what are the odds? Yeah, well, if you're the Golden State Warriors, you're happy right about now. The score is 71-67 Cavs. Woohoo! Thank you, David. You know, guys, you know, I kind of, well, I want the Celtics to win, but I'm glad it's at least a close score at the moment. And it's not that I have anything against the Cavaliers, because I really don't. I just am kind of want to see somebody else go in there for a change. I want to see somebody else in the finals. And I don't even know, how did that even happen? The Cavaliers were playing terribly in the first half, and the Celtics were playing pretty well. Like, what happened? How does this happen every time? I don't know. All right, so first up is Rookie Showcase Jersey Autos, which is right here. And the Jordan Bell card is number 28. And where are you, friend? It will be numbered to 49. And hang on a hot second. I've got to pick up the next one. And it is just Rookie Jersey Autographs as the card set for the second one. Card number is 175. And, of course, we already know Warriors. It will be to 199 on the second one. All right. That is all labeled up. I'm going to switch your view back so we can look at the first of our quad cards and get started on that endeavor. Okay. So here's how I enter these, guys. It's the same way every time. It's either going to be top to bottom, left to right. On a card like this, it will go this, 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 and this, okay? So that means we're going to go in as Bucks, Hawks, Pacers, Kings. Or actually, is that the opposite? No, I said it right the first time. Yeah, right. Bucks, Hawks, Pacers, Kings. And I will hit random 3 different times, and the first 2 times won't count. It'll only be the third and final random that will determine where that card ends up. But before we get to that point, we've got to buzz back over here the spreadsheet. If someone owns 3 of the 4 teams, which is what it takes to have 51% or more, they take it outright. If not, we go to random. So J.W. Burton, 1984, has the Bucks. The Hawks are S. Van Wag, 7. I'm kind of shortening that, obviously. Spence French is the Pacers, and then, of course, the Kings down here, J.W. Burton. So he has 2, but it takes 3 to own it outright. So we're going to buzz over here to random, and we're going to go through that process that I just outlined there a moment ago. And the Kings. Okay, first one, ignore it. Second one, ignore it. Third and final answers the question. There's our 3 times, our date and time stamp. It is going to the Kings. So I'm going, oh, where to put my marker? Okay. So we're going to circle that. Of course, that's, you know that's on a sleeve, right? I'm not going to mark on your card. So this one headed to the Kings. And it's numbered to what? What does that say? 99. All right. Next up, we have the 76ers, the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Celtics. So let's go back to our spreadsheet and check this one out. So the 76ers is, I'm just going to call him DJ. All right. So DJ has the 76ers. The Knicks, Jim Abbott, and the Celtics, where are you? Celtics is J-Mac. So once again, J-Mac would have 2 of the spots, but he does not have 3. So we're back to rinse and repeat here in random. And of course, the Celtics will get typed in there twice in their positions on the card because they're on the card twice. So. And here we go, guys. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here's the third and final. There's our date and time stamp, our 3 times, and it goes to the Celtics. So that is this little bad boy right here. Off to the Celtics. This quad memorabilia is numbered to 99. Next up, we have Kings, Heat, Hornets, and Clippers. You know the drill. You know what's happening next. Yep, we're back over here to our handy-dandy spreadsheet. The Kings, J.W. Burton. The Miami Heat, Hoops 2323. Charlotte Hornets, Spence French. And the Clippers, where are you, Clippers? Miller Time. So, I didn't mean to go there. I meant to go here. I took us to the wrong page. Not that it really matters, but we'll get there eventually. All right, so this is Kings, Heat, Hornets, Clippers. All right, ignore number 1, ignore number 2. Here's our third and final. There's 3 times. Date and time stamp comes up to the Heat. To the Bam Adebayo spot. And I tell you what, the Heat really doesn't sell for very much, but I think that Bam Adebayo is going to be pretty good. I know he had his ups and downs his rookie year, but I think he's going to be pretty good. I think that's a good investment. It's just my opinion. Pistons, Pelicans, Clippers, and Rockets. We're off to the races once again. All right, Pistons. Where are you, Pistons? Jeffrey Karma. The Pelicans. Where are you, Nola? That is, we're just going to call you Rye. How about that? Then the Clippers, Miller Time, and the Rockets, DJ. Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? No, I guess I said them all. All right, so we got to roll back over here to random one more time. What do we ever do without random, I wonder? Yeah, you had to like roll dice and you had to do something different, I guess. Some people still do. Some people still roll dice and stuff like that. Okay, first one, ignore it. The second one, ignore it. Third and final. There's 3 times date and time stamp going to NOLA, the Pelicans. Of course, with dice, don't they have stuff like loaded dice and things like that? I mean, I think they do, so I wouldn't really want to do it with somebody who did dice, but I guess, you know, that's just me. And this, the Kings and the Heat, and numbered to 10. So this is our last one that we have to roll through random on. I know this part's the boring part, and I'm sorry about that, but it's a necessary evil. J.W. Burton has the Kings. The Heat is Hoops 2323. So all of them tonight that were possible for random ended up having to go there. And who was on the top of that card? De'Aaron, so it's Kings. Okay. Kings and Heat. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Third and final right here. 3 times date and time stamp comes up the Kings. So now we can recap. Hooray! Let me get everything back down here corralled. We're not going to look at the backs of everything again for the most part. I mean, because, you know, we've already looked at all that. We've already talked about the numbering and such. We're just going to do kind of a little pass through here for anybody that might have missed it earlier. A Jordan Bell redemption for the Warriors. This one will be to 49. A Jordan Bell redemption to 199 for the Warriors. This card awarded to the Kings by way of random.org. It is numbered to 10, and that's a nice little hit of former University of Kentucky players. Quad memorabilia, this one awarded to the Harry Giles position and the Kings, numbered to 99. Quad memorabilia awarded to NOLA, the Boogie Cousins position on the card, numbered to 75. This one is awarded to the Miami Heat, the Bam Adebayo position. It is numbered to 25. And this awarded to the Celtics, which could have been Jason Tatum or Ojale, but either way, Celtics taking this one home, numbered to 99. Let me get our next little group picked up here. These are just our metal cards, and of course, again, they look kind of dull right now because they're in plastic. That's how they come out of the box. When you get them to your house and you take them out of there, they'll be all shiny and pretty and new. T. Cassidy, I absolutely do still have Chrome football. I have Chrome from, I just said we weren't going to look at the back, and I showed the back, didn't I? I have Chrome from, what, 13, 14, and 15, I believe. And, of course, you know, Topps lost their license after that, so 15 is the last year that Topps made football cards. Yeah, eventually, one of these days, I'll get a mix break set up for those. I've got some mix breaks I need to get set up for other things, too, in basketball and some other football stuff. And honestly, I just don't have time to do that. Because I've got to write the descriptions, I've got to take the pictures, and you think, why not? You should have lots of time. I don't have any extra time ever. Because I'm always either breaking or listing or sorting or shipping or working or feeding somebody or picking up after somebody or doing laundry, watering plants, you name it. You name it, I've got to do it, and I run out of time pretty much every day. Every day I start out with good intentions to create listings like that. And every night I just go, yeah, maybe tomorrow. So eventually, T. Cassidy, I will get it up there for you. One of these days, I promise. All right, let me just get that organized and bring up our case of Leaf Ultimate Draft. And that is coming up next. You've been waiting patiently for Leaf Ultimate Draft, so thank you for that. And of course, this is the beginning, actually Dominion was the beginning of our paid shipping break. So those have a slightly different schedule, anticipating a Thursday shipping date. If I can get it out to you quicker than that, I will. Of course, no mail tomorrow, pickup or delivery because of the holiday. Kind of throws everything out of kilter a little bit. If you happen to be a no-hit team in one of the paid shipping breaks, which was Dominion that we just finished, Leaf Ultimate that we're getting ready to start, and Classics, then of course you are entitled to your consolation card. It's going to go out with your next, actually it'll go out with the rest of this break. You don't have to wait for your next package on this one. And by no hit, I mean don't pull anything. Like don't pull a single card. So doesn't necessarily mean no hit as in like you didn't pull an autograph. It literally means you didn't pull a card. 12 boxes of 2018 Leaf Ultimate Draft Football. Full case break. Break number 3 ended tonight, Sunday night the 27th. And this is the last full case I have of Leaf Ultimate Draft. I don't know if I'm going to bring any more in or not. Originally, my intention was to bring in some more, but I have kind of had to subsidize the last couple of cases of this because, yeah, I don't know, just not, you guys are not very enthused about it, or maybe it's because it's the holiday weekend, or maybe it's both, but anyway, so not sure if I'll bring in more of it or not, but I like it, so it's hard, you know, for me to not break more of it because I like it and we get good hits out of it, but of course I can't do it endlessly losing money. Ooh, somebody's giving me a score update. It is 78-73 Cavaliers. Daggone, they're going to win again, aren't they? I can't, that is just like, come on, man. The Celtics, couldn't somebody just let the Celtics win just once? Oh, well. It's amazing how well the Celtics have done without Kyrie. I mean, if you had looked at it at the start and said they were going to have no Irving, would you have thought they would have gotten to where they are? I wouldn't have. But really, it's the last game. There shouldn't have even been a Game 7. Celtics should have just won it in Game 6, but another superhuman effort from LeBron. You're just not going to beat the guy. And I like him, and I respect him, but I would like to see some different teams in the finals. I don't think we're going to. And with Chris Paul questionable, which probably means not going to play because of his hamstring injury, it's going to be flipping Golden State and Cleveland once again, isn't it? I just want some variety. I just wanted variety, man. Oh, man, now it's 81-74 Cleveland. Yeah, they're going to win. Daggone it. Well, I tell you what, Jason Tatum had a heck of a year. Tatum and Donovan Mitchell both had excellent years. So they've got nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, I'm just, as you see, I want to cut all these seals, get all this plastic off first, and then we can just rock and roll right on through once we get started. Each one of these boxes will have 5 autograph cards in it. They are on-card autographs. There will be a few that will be not numbered, unnumbered, I should say. And there will be plenty that are numbered, and the ones that are numbered usually have, what did I just do there? Usually have pretty low numbers when they are numbered, so that's nice. And we've had very good luck pulling out Josh Rosen and Baker Mayfield, and all of our kind of high-profile QBs for the most part have been coming out. Sam Darnold, so on and so forth. Everything in here, of course, is also already in a sleeve and a top loader, so that's super handy. And usually they come out in pretty good shape. Every once in a while you'll find one that's maybe got a little imperfection or ding on it that I guess happened when it was being signed or something. But for the most part, they're in pretty good shape. Now, here's what else you need to know. These cards are going to go to the team that drafted the player. If the player was not drafted in one of the 7 rounds over the 3-day draft, But they have subsequently signed a deal with a team, and they are with a team as of right now today. Then they're going to go to that team. If they are not with the team, if they were with the team, but they got cut or they left voluntarily or whatever, then they would be considered an undrafted free agent for the purposes of this break. So first up to 25, we have Ralph Webb. And I have no idea where Ralph Webb goes. So he's going to set up there. We'll find out along the way somewhere. Ronnie Harrison is next out. And Ronnie Harrison is a Jag. That is followed by Jake Weineke, who was originally undrafted, has subsequently gone to the Vikings, I believe, signed with the Vikings. Denzel Ward to 25 is, of course, the Browns. There comes Baker Mayfield right behind him, also for the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield has such a tiny, tiny little signature. I mean, look how small that is. I think it would be hard to write that small. I really, really think that it would be. Oh, Nicholas is helping me out looking some of these up. He said that Ralph Webb is with the Patriots. Oh, and here's Kiki again. Kiki, I forget every time to look him up. He is numbered to 10, and Kiki Kute is going to go up there in that same pile. Kurt Benkert, he was originally undrafted, subsequently to the Falcons. That is numbered to 25. And Cedric Wilson Jr. is a Dallas Cowboy. Mason Rudolph is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Woohoo! Kiki is for the Texans. Nicholas typed in there. Sony Michel to 10. Sony Michel is a Patriot. All right, so we're not gonna. I don't have to go look those up live then to make sure that they're not completely undrafted, because Nicholas is looking that up for me. So thank you, Nicholas. I will, of course, verify all of these teams and things, guys, before I send this stuff out the door, even stuff that I'm saying myself. Braxton Berrios, he is another one that maybe, did I look him up the other day? I thought I did, but if I did, I didn't write it down, so that was stupid of me. So he has, Braxton Berrios is up in the pile as well. Dion Kane to 25 is an Indianapolis Colt. DeAndre Gouldsby, he was originally undrafted, subsequently the Lions. Berrios is a Patriot, okay. Oh, man, so finally, so the Cavs won. Oh, man. James Washington to 25 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, it's nothing personal against the Cavaliers or LeBron James. It's just literally that I wanted, well, A, I wanted Jason Tatum to go to the finals his rookie year, but B, I just wanted somebody different in there. That's all. Josh Rosen, Arizona Cardinals. Oh, Shane, you've got the Patriots tonight. Then, yeah, you're doing all right, because we're definitely pulling out some hits for you tonight then. Mark Walton. Mark. I know I have Mark written down. He is a Cincinnati Bengal. Bo Scarborough. Don't have to look him up. That is a Dallas Cowboy. Marcus Ball. That one I do not know the answer to. Luke Falk. We know where Luke Falk goes. He is a Tennessee Titan, numbered to 10. Sam Darnold coming out for the Jets. The final is 87-79. That's just unbelievable. I mean, the Celtics went through the entire playoffs without losing at home. And then you come up, Kevin Love's out tonight. They started off with the Cavs playing terribly, and then somehow, there you go, they pulled it out. So what are you going to do? Josh Adams to 15, undrafted originally, signed with the Eagles. Minka Fitzpatrick, numbered to 15, is a Miami Dolphin. Sam Hubbard, maybe a Charger. I always have a hard time remembering Sam Hubbard. Let me check. Nope, he's a Bengal. So apparently I still have a hard time remembering him. Anthony Miller is a Bear, a Chicago Bear. Calvin Ridley for the Falcons. And someone has typed in that Marcus Baugh, Nicholas typed in that Marcus Baugh is a Raider. Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill is, I don't know who. He goes up and he goes in the other pile. JT Barrett I do have. He was undrafted originally. He is a Saint currently. Jamon Moore is a Packer, drafted by the Packers. We have a redemption for Logan Woodside, and Logan is a Bengal. And this is numbered to 5. Cortland Sutton, that's a nice little hit for the Broncos, numbered to 5. These are kind of wanting to slide out the top of their top loaders tonight for some reason. Cam Cerny, however you say his name, S-C-R-I-G-N-E, I don't know, Cerny, something like that. Numbered to 10, I don't know where he goes. Maurice Hurst to 25, I'm pretty sure Maurice Hurst is a Raider. Justin Jackson to 15 is a Packer, no, is a Charger. Joshua Jackson is a Packer. Justin Jackson is a Charger. Ronald Jones to 15. And he is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Rashad Penny is the Seahawks. You're talking about Hill. Which one is Hill? Oh, you're talking about Kenny Hill. Kenny Hill is signed with the Raiders. Okay. Deron Payne is a Washington Redskin. Kerryon Johnson to 25, Detroit Lions. Riley Ferguson. Riley Ferguson was undrafted, went down to Tampa Bay, and never signed with them. Nick Chubb. Nick is a Brown. DJ Moore is a Panther. So yeah, so Riley Ferguson went down to Tampa Bay. It was reported that he was going to sign with them, but he never did sign with them, and he left after about a week. And as far as I know, Riley Ferguson has not subsequently aligned himself with any other team. And ditto, I see we're saying here for Cam is what apparently the situation is. Cam is in the same situation as Riley. Mike White for the Cowboys. Quentin Flowers. Quentin Flowers. Oh, I had him the other night and I've forgotten who he is. And did I write it down? I'm looking. I did not. Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is a Raven. A redemption for Bradley Chubb, Broncos. Josh Allen, numbered to 10. Nice hit for the Bills with Josh Allen to 10. Quentin Flowers is a Bengal, apparently. All right. So right now we have 2 guys that are not associated with any team, so we'll award those at the end of the break. Dallas Goedert to 25. Nice hit for the Eagles. Excuse me. Auden Tate to 25. Bengals. Royce Freeman to 25. Royce, I can't ever remember. Royce is a Bronco. Arden Key, Raiders. Hey, we have a nice little Darius Geis 1/1 printing plate for the Redskins. right, Trenton Thompson is what? I know I had him the other night. I thought I wrote him down. But yet, I guess I did not. It is numbered 25. Rashawn Evans. Rashawn Evans is a Titan. I'll be so glad when I've learned all these by heart. Simi Cobbs, numbered to 25, was originally undrafted, subsequently signed with the Redskins. Roquan Smith is the Bears. A 1-of-1 printing plate for Luke Falk. That'll be the Titans. Trenton Thompson is the Browns. All right. Alan Lazard, originally undrafted, signed with the Jags. That was numbered to 10. Martez Carter. Martez, where are you? All right, I guess I don't have Martez Carter written down either. So he goes in the other pile. Ito Smith. I know Ito was undrafted, but he has signed with somebody. I don't know who, but he has signed with somebody. Bradley Chubb again, that is the Broncos, and another Baker Mayfield. This one is to 15. All right, so the ones that are not signed with anybody at all at this moment, Riley Ferguson, once again, I know he went down to Tampa Bay, guys, but he didn't sign and he left. And he's not with anybody right now, as far as I know. And this guy here, Cam Sereny, or however you say his last name. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use random.org. I'm going to drop all 32 teams in there. We'll hit random a single time. Whatever team comes out on top will take the undrafted free agents that are not currently associated with any team as of today's date. Now, if I research later and find that one or the other of these guys has signed with somebody and I just didn't know about it and they're with the team as of today, then they will go to their correct team. So I want to be clear about that. I am provisionally awarding these using random. And if we find that I'm incorrect and they are with the team as of today's date, then of course they'll be sent to that team as they should be. They will only be given out to whoever comes up here if they are truly not affiliated with anybody. So that's our deal. And there you can see all 32 teams are in. Randomize one time, comes out to the Baltimore Ravens. So assuming that these guys are not with a team, then they will go to the Baltimore Ravens. If it turns out they are with a team, then they'll go to the team they should go to. All right, so there is that. And we're going to go right on through here. Just going to recap really quickly back through our stack of hits. And of course, as you know, I'm going to make sure that everybody goes to their right team before they head out the door. Nice Baker Mayfield to 15. Nice Darius Geis, 1-of-1. Hard to say about Rashad Penny, right? Like, I mean, he went high. He went a lot higher than anybody thought he was going to go. But I don't know. I mean, maybe that's going to be a nice hit. Hard to say. Cortland Sutton to 5. Calvin Ridley's nice. If we can assume that he's going to be good. Sony Michel to 10. Very nice. Mason Rudolph for my Steelers. Another Baker Mayfield. Denzel Ward to 25. So we had some nice stuff in here once again. And another 1-of-1 printing plate. That one is Luke Falk for the Titans. Roquan Smith, good hit. Dallas Goedert, a nice hit. Josh Allen to 10, a very nice hit. Couple of Bradley Chubbs. I think Hayden Hurst is going to turn out to be pretty good. That's, of course, for the Ravens that we saw just go by there. Minka. I've always liked Minka Fitzpatrick. Those Alabama guys are Always so nice in the, in the NFL. Sam Darnold, another Luke Falk. That one to 10. Nice Josh Rosen. James Washington to 25. And that has got us locked and loaded with Leaf Ultimate Draft. And give me 1 second. I want to put our UDFAs in a little bag here so I can write Ravens on it and not have to go back and watch the break later to remember how that was done with random. Now I will just know the answer. And that means it's time for classics. Yay! I really like classics. It just takes forever to do it because there's a lot of base cards. And yeah, I know, I just made a lot of noise. Sorry. I was trying to move those boxes out of the way from all the Leaf stuff, and I made a big mess of it and kind of knocked them all over. So that's basically what you just heard, me making a gigantic mess. All right, so we're on to our last break of the evening, which is our 10 boxes of Classics football. This is a full inner case. It's break number 4. And, of course, like everything else we're opening tonight, it ended tonight, the 27th. And we're going to take a few days off before we start breaking this again. It'll probably, I think, what was it, Thursday that we're going to start with this again? I think that's right. Because I've got to have a little bit of time to get everything caught up and shipped out, of course. Having the post office closed tomorrow is going to be kind of weird. But here's what I think I will do. You're probably going to start seeing some shipping notices from me tomorrow. Because I'm going to start printing labels. I might even stay up and print some tonight. I don't know. But definitely tomorrow, I will start printing labels. Normally, I don't print them until the day something's going to go out. I mean, 99% of the time, that's what I do. I know there are breakers who print the labels right away because eBay gives you a discount if you meet certain benchmarks, and part of that is having to ship like really quickly. So they'll just make it up and print the label and then not really ship your stuff for like 5 days. But that is not really how I do it. So normally when you see me print a label, that means your stuff is actually going out that day. Or if it's after, you know, maybe 6 o'clock at night, it's going maybe the next day, but going in that time frame. But in this instance, I probably am going to go ahead and print early. And, of course, drop off on Tuesday. So you may see the labels go out tonight or all day tomorrow, and then it probably is not going to show up for tracking until Tuesday night, because I'll drop it all off probably late on Tuesday, and then you'll have to wait for the post office to update. So don't be worried if you see the shipping notice come through and then you don't see it update again until Tuesday night. That's the moral of the story. Oh, Wes, you are asking about the video. So there's a couple of things I can tell you about that. Number one is that YouTube will archive a version of the break, and they do whatever processing is. I don't know what that entails. Whatever that entails. After they complete that, the archived version will be available to view. I will upload the recorded version sometime tomorrow, late afternoon, most likely, or late afternoon, early evenings, usually when I do it. The only difference between the archived version and the version that I upload is that I will add the correct tags and titles to the upload. Other than that, of course, it's the exact same thing. So the baseball jersey was the Pirates, and all the teams are paid in classics. That was for Brian asking me that. And, oh, I see that David and Nicholas both answered it. Thanks, guys. You guys were ahead of me there. Appreciate that. So in classics, there's one autograph, one memorabilia card per box in general. And we should find one buyback autograph somewhere in this case. Although in the last case we did find 2. Normally we find 1. We'll find some chrome cards in here. Panini has taken to calling them Optichrome or Optic or Prism. I mean, they call them all kinds of different things. I'm just going to call them Chrome. If they are refractors, they will be numbered to 175 and have a red back. If they are not refractors, they're going to be unnumbered. We'll find quite a few of these timeless tributes as we go through. Any that have that gold border, that kind of color, are going to be numbered to 99. When we find those with a blue color, they will be numbered to 10. And I forgot what color 25 is. But hey, never mind, because here's a 1 of 1. So how about that? Yeah, they're a black border when they're 1 of 1. So a nice little Brett Favre 1 of 1 for the Green Bay Packers. So that's a good way to get things rolling tonight, isn't it? With a Brett Favre 1 of 1. In fact, let's just go ahead and get, well, if I can, why can't I see the edge of the thing? There. Now, Brett Favre is in his nice little holder there for a 1 of 1. So what else was I going to tell you? Anything we find numbered to 299 has a red back. Anything we find numbered to 50 has a blank back. Kurt Benkert again. There again, that's the chrome with the red back, refractor to 175. So I'm going to try tonight to not put everything in a sleeve as we go. It is my habit to put it all in a sleeve, but I'm going to try really hard not to because it slows things down. I will still put chrome and a few things in there as we go, but most things I probably will not put in there as we go. But I will put them in, of course, after the break and before stuff ships out. So all the cards ship, so anything you see that goes by here, it's going to ship out the door. And what else? What other info do we need to have tonight that I'm not thinking of at the moment? I'm sure there's something else. It'll come. It will come to me. A Dak Prescott relic for the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, let's put, yeah, do it like that. Try to keep my stacks kind of organized over there so I can recap things more easily. That is numbered to 299 for the Rams. It will have a red back as a result. Numbered to 299 for the Bears. Brian Urlacher will be a red back. Oh yeah, classic clashes. 2 different teams on there, so that's going to get set aside. I will use random.org at the end of the break to award those. Stickers, yeah, we find a few of those. I think they're running about 1 a box, maybe. Somewhere in that general vicinity. And right as I say that, we have 2. Yeah, so, all right. Apparently they're going to be 2 a box then. Maybe they're not guaranteed a certain number per box, but they show up periodically. And they're fun. I like them. I like having the stickers. And Lamar Jackson to 299, red back. Of course, again, all of our 299s are red backs. Here comes Kurt Benkert, numbered to 50. Of course, that is on the chrome refractor. It's a sticker auto, originally undrafted, subsequently signed with the Falcons. So Kurt Benkert going to the Falcons. Yeah, okay, so I was trying to think, did we pull our relic? We did, I forgot. It was Dak Prescott. Numbered to 50, there's what your blank backs look like. And again, any that are numbered to that will be blank back. If we happen to find somebody with a no-name front, that'll be numbered differently. If it's chrome, it's numbered to 5. If it's paper, I'm not sure what it's numbered to. Uh-oh, redemption. Must be a buyback redemption then, right? Because we already had a hit out of this box. Although, I want to say out of one of our other cases, I want to say that we had a box or two that had an extra hit in it, didn't we? I mean, it wasn't the buyback box. I think we did. Yeah, I'm keeping you in suspense. I know, it's evil. I'm leaving your redemption turned upside down right there because I'm mean like that. And we'll look at it at the end of the break. Look at it like this. It gives you something to look forward to. Okay, so when we get to the very end, if you haven't had a hit yet, you might get that hit. So something to look forward to is never a bad thing. To 299, Chris Dolman, which of course means it will have a red back. Our memorabilia is Jared Goff for the Rams. I really do like Classics. I do wish it had fewer cards in it, though. Jester was originally undrafted. He has signed with somebody in the interim at the moment. I'm drawing a blank on who it is, but he is signed for sure. Nice little Josh Rosen chrome. Oh, let me see. I know I wrote Jester down. Texans. Somebody retired to the, I think he was from Hawaii. Hit the, what is his name? Both his first and his last name started with an L, and I can't remember, Luidway? I don't know. Anyway, he did sign a deal with somebody, and he had gotten a little signing bonus of maybe $15,000, $20,000, something, the whole deal. And then he just all of a sudden decided to retire. And so he gave them their money back and retired. Troy Fumagalli, that is a blank back, numbered to 50. He is a Bronco. So I think that's that's unusual, really. I mean, to come right after the draft. I mean, you're right out of college and never played down, just decided, better retire, do something else. Of course, can't say that you blame him. What with the concussion protocol and all. All right, number 299, a timeless tribute for Keyshawn Beria. He is with someone for sure. And again, I don't remember who specifically. Kerryon Johnson, that is a redback refractor to 175. Here comes our hit. Oh, that's cool. That is numbered to 25 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, he was their kicker for a long time. He was really good, too. So that's a cool little hit. If you have the Chiefs, numbered to 25. So it's orange timeless tributes to 25 because here's Tony Brown with that numbering. So blue to 10, orange to 25, gold is 99. Another sticker. So I wonder if the Browns have a sticker, because most of these stickers seem to be, well, I guess they're not all though. They're not all Super Bowl, because I remember seeing, or maybe they are, because the Eagles Super Bowl was Nick Foles, but I think it said like Super Bowl MVP. And there's one for the Patriots with Tom Brady's head, but it said something about the Super Bowl. Oh, but the Saints had some that said like defensive or offensive player of the year, or I think they had one of each. So maybe the Browns do have a sticker. Yeah, I was kind of, as you heard, just trying to work that out in my head. Were all the stickers for Super Bowls? But no, they're not. You would think after opening 4 cases of this, I would remember that. But yeah, I did. It just took me a minute to work my way through it. I have looked at a lot of Classics cards since this came out on Wednesday. At 1,400 1,400 cards a box. Yeah, buddy. Cody is asking, where do I get the packs? You mean where do I get the cases? Oh, I have distributors I buy them from. Our relic is Barry Sanders for the Lions. David said UPS. Well, David, I do have a very good relationship with my UPS man. He is here quite regularly, multiple times per week, and occasionally FedEx even as well from time to time. But the bulk of it is absolutely UPS. And thank goodness my UPS driver's a Steelers fan, so, you know, it makes life easier. It would be terrible if he were not a Steelers fan. Well, really it wouldn't be, but I probably wouldn't know at all if he weren't a Steelers fan, but because I'm always in Steelers gear in the winter, fall and winter, he noticed it and commented on it. That's numbered to 50, Cameron Petway. So then I knew that he too was a fan of the black and gold. Cody, what do you mean by ATM cards? Joe Flacco to 175, chrome refractor, red back. I'm sure it's something super obvious that I am just not thinking of at the moment. But I cannot, in my head, I'm running through it going, ATM. Of course, I'm thinking, you know, ATM like bank card, and I'm sure that's not what you mean, and I can't think what you might mean. So if you can clarify that for my poor slow brain, I will try and answer it for you. Paul Horning to 99 for the Packers. One thing about it, I think we are getting faster going through a case, for sure. Like anything else, it's a work in progress. This is numbered to 99, Classic Clashes, Steelers and 49ers. It's like this when I do baseball, too. Ed Reed to 299, red back. Because, you know, there's a lot of baseball releases that have a lot of cards in them. Tremaine Edmonds to 299 for the Bills. And the more you go through the product, the easier it is to go. You know, you get faster as you go. To 299, Derrick Henry. Become more familiar with it. Fred Warner. Before I even flip Fred over, let's look him up. I wrote him down. He is a 49er. So the 49ers are coming up with Fred Warner, number 299. And daggone it, I put it in upside down again. I know that doesn't really totally matter, but it bugs me when I do it. So I have to fix it because it bothers me. tremendously. It shouldn't. And there's stuff like that doesn't usually bother me. I'm not really kind of one of these obsessive compulsive kind of people. I'm usually like, eh. But yes, it does bother me when I put those in upside down. Well, I guess Cody wandered off, so we don't know what he meant by ATM cards, unless one of you guys has an idea what that meant. Because I don't know. So I don't really watch soccer at all, but I did watch the highlights of the championship match. And what's the guy's name? Bale? Is that right? Is that what his name was? With Real Madrid that made that insane bicycle kick. Oh, man, was that good. That was so crazy good. I am looking up MJ Stewart. Hold on, guys. MJ Stewart is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. And that is numbered to 25. Another nice low numbered hit. So yeah, soccer is not usually a sport I follow, but that kick was something. And apparently, earlier in the game, although I didn't see it, apparently that same guy had another pretty amazing kick. Brandon Cooks to $2.99 for the Patriots. I tend to stick more with baseball, basketball, football, and tennis. I don't really watch a lot of soccer, and I don't really watch a lot of hockey, either one. That is to $2.99 for Kurt Warner, so that's going to be the red back. I see a little gold edge shining here for Mr. Kerryon Johnson and the Lions, and that is numbered to 65 with a nice chrome refractor. Oh, we've got screen trying to time out on me over there. To $2.99, Joe Namath and the Jets, red back. To $99, Timeless Tributes, LaDainian Tomlinson and the Chargers. You know, we haven't pulled any redemptions out of Classics up until this one that we haven't flipped over yet. I wonder if that's going to be one of our high-profile guys, like Saquon Barkley or Baker Mayfield or something like that. Has anybody seen Redemptions? What's coming out of Classics as Redemptions? Just kind of trying to get a feel for it, but I bet it's one of our good ones. I'm thinking, you know, it might be Saquon Barkley because he was a redemption in, what do you call it, earlier this year? Was it Elite Draft Picks where we pulled them a couple of times right in a row? I think it was. It was either Elite Draft Picks or Contenders Draft Picks, one of the two. And they were both redemptions, although I saw they got mailed out this week. To $99, Isaiah Crowell for the Browns. That was Timeless Tribute. To $2.99, Dante Pettis. That will have a red back. Our relic is LT, Little Lawrence Taylor, for the Giants, not numbered. Oh, he's live in here? Okay, so then we know it's not going to be Saquon Barkley. So who have you seen come out as a redemption in Classics? Because I haven't pulled any up until whoever that's going to be. I just thought maybe it would be Saquon because he was the redemption in the other one. Because out of one case, we pulled both the A and B redemptions for him. Got pretty good luck pulling him in there. But haven't pulled him yet in Classics. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. It might be a buyback redemption. Well, actually, I thought about that when we first pulled it, that it could be a buyback, and then I subsequently switched gears and started thinking rookie content. And yeah, for sure, if it's a buyback, it could absolutely be anyone. Whoa, hang on now. To 299, Steve Ishmael. That is a red back. A dual relic, Odell Beckham Jr. and Eli Manning for the Giants. Chrome Matt Stafford. Timeless tribute to 99, Antonio Freeman for the Packers. And another relic. Huh. 2 relics out of this box. I hope that doesn't mean that they didn't give us a redemption, because that would make me, a signature, because that would make me very sad. Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, both Raiders. Yeah, I hope that's not what that means. Sometimes stuff like that, you're like, oh, yay, it's an extra hit, until you realize, uh-oh. It took the place of what should have been my other signature hit or something like that. So here's hoping that that is not the case. A little sticker for the Broncos. Another classic clashes. To 299, Henry Ellard for the Rams. That will be a red back card. Earl Campbell, Oilers. Same deal, guys. Cards stay with their franchises. So Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee, became the Tennessee Oilers, relocated within the state of Tennessee, and renamed themselves the Tennessee Titans. So Oilers cards always going to the Titans. Oh, Nicholas, one of the boxes you opened yourself had 2 relics and an autograph. All right, good. That makes me feel better. So hopefully that means our autograph's going to show up here in a minute. That would be a good thing. Because 2 relics is great if it's one of them is just a bonus. I like when they give us extra hits. That definitely makes me happy. Indeed, because looky. Numbered to 30, Mason Rudolph, baby, for my Pittsburgh Steelers. So there is a nice chrome refractor, Mason Rudolph, 230. So that was worth waiting for. And we got the extra relic. So, all right, I'm happy now. Numbered 250, we have Ballage. Or Ballage. Is it Ballage or Ballage? Whichever it is, he's a Dolphin. He was, I think, undrafted originally, subsequently signed to the Dolphins. Blank back, numbered to 50. Little Eagles sticker. Oh, George, yes, for sure. We did the baseballs way earlier. And, okay, let me think about this. There was a Rocky. It was Bradley Zimmer for the Indians. It was Ramel Tapia for the Rockies. And who was the middle one, guys? Does anybody remember? 175 Chrome Refractor Blank Back LaDainian Tomlinson. Bradley Zimmer was the box on the left. Ramel Tapia was the box on the right. What I can't remember is who came out of the middle box. I don't know. Oh, I missed a numbered base card. Okay, hang on. Well, let's see if I can... I think this is the stack I just set down. Oh, yeah, there it is. Good catch. Thank you. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, thank you. And it was a very low-numbered one, as a matter of fact. It is number 4 of 5 because it is a full name. Douglas Richard Flutie for the Patriots. Excellent catch, Nicholas. I'm glad you saw that when it went by. I don't usually put those in top loaders as we go, but we're saving a little time tonight in the fact that I'm not flipping over all the backs of the red ones. And I'm not automatically on autopilot putting every single one in the sleeve as we go. Oh, Jimmy said our baseball was, I still can't remember who that is. Jake somebody. And I still can't think who it was. I don't even remember the team. I'm surprised I remembered the other two. Astros. It was Astros. Jake Marzinik or something like that, right? For the Astros. Zimmer was definitely one of them, yeah. Bradley Zimmer was for the Indians. Ramel Tapia was the Rockies. It was that middle one I couldn't remember, but it was, yeah, Jake Marzinik for the Astros. Thank you, Jimmy and Nicholas. Yeah, that's generally how I have to remember things. I know that's weird, but that is kind of how I remember it. I have to visualize it. So that's why I was saying the one on the left, the one on the right, the one in the middle, because that's how my memory sort of works, which is also, I think, why it just clears out. It's like the cache on a computer. It just clears out after we look at stuff. I don't retain it very often. Oh, man, Dick LeBeau. That's cool. Numbered to 20 for the Lions. That is super cool. I love pulling that. Nice hit for the Lions with Dick LeBeau signature to 20. Very cool. Here comes Joe Namath, numbered to 65 with a chrome refractor. You forget about so many of these guys, you know, that are coordinators and coaches now. You forget about that they used to be really good players, too. You see, they're something that reminds you. Numbered to 99, Steve Ishmael, and a timeless tribute. Nicholas said he started using some words when he heard Dick LeBeau until he saw that it was a Lions card. Yeah, were you a little upset over there, Nicholas? That's funny. Yeah, of course, he was a coordinator for the Steelers for a long time. And Dick LeBeau's kind of legendary. Thurman Thomas for the Bills. And I know not everybody's interested in pulling out the Hall of Famers and the veterans and stuff like that. In fact, there's a lot of people that really only chase the rookies because the rookies are usually the ones worth the most money at any given time. To 299, Akram Wadley. He was originally undrafted. He signed, I think, with the Titans, maybe. I don't know why this Mike Wagner is turned the opposite way, but I don't see anything special about him. But Yeah, he looks just like a normal card. I don't know what his deal is. Of course, you know, obviously there's certain players that are always going to be worth plenty of money. But for the most part, it's the rookies. So people who are, I guess, buying to resell want more of the rookies. Buying to collect, maybe more of the veterans. That is numbered to 10, Marquise Goodwin for the 49ers. And, of course, it was blank name on the front, which I think Panini just calls no name front. I think is technically how they refer to it. To $2.99, Justin Tucker for the Ravens. That is a red back. Oh, all right. What did you're saying I missed another numbered base. Okay. Well, let's flip back through here. Aha! Robert Foster. Robert Foster is numbered to 50. That is a blank back. Thank you. Yeah, guys, when those numbers get over there kind of in that little area with lots of other detail, unfortunately, I do not always catch them live. Now, I will always find them sorting. Well, I shouldn't say always. Nothing is ever 100% guaranteed. But I would say that 99.5% of the time, I would catch those strays when I was sorting. But I still prefer to catch them live. So anytime, like Nicholas does, if you see one go by that I haven't stopped on, please jump in and flag it. We'll go back and grab it. Because goodness knows my vision is less than perfect. That's putting it mildly. So I will gladly take all the help that you want to offer if I slide past one. There's a little Cowboys sticker with a Super Bowl pennant. This is to $299, Ken Anderson and the Bengals. That is a red back. I'm not seeing anything other than red back, although somebody said in one of the earlier breaks that there are some that have a different color back. So there's blank back and red back, obviously. We've pulled both of those regularly. But somebody said in one of those early breaks that there was also another color back. Didn't they, like green or something? Does anybody know about that? Oh, West Oz, yeah, the video's not up yet, of course, because we're still in the live break. So, yeah, definitely don't have it posted yet since we are still breaking. Generally, what happens is there will be an archived version that YouTube saves, and it will be available to view. I don't really know how long this one will take. They process them, and the longer the break or the longer the video, the longer it takes for them to process it. And this break, we're already, we're not quite at 2 hours yet, but we're approaching that, and we've still got a ways to go. So I would say it will be a few hours down the road. The YouTube archive version will be available. Otherwise, I will upload the recorded version sometime tomorrow afternoon or early evening. Carson Wentz and Zach Ertz combo relics for the Eagles. And the only difference, West Oz, is when I do the upload, I put in the right title, or put in the, you know, the full title and tags and all the details. And of course, they're not going to do that on the archived version. But other than that, everything else naturally is just the same because it's just the video of this. Well, and all the stuff we've done before this, but you know what I mean. DeAndre Hopkins, 210 with a timeless tribute for the Texans. West Oz, if you know who your, well, of course you know who your team was. If you want to tell us who your teams were in Dominion, I don't know, I might be able to remember, or somebody watching might be able to remember. Oh, Daniel, I didn't even know that. Daniel says that if you save the live video to your favorites, when it's over, you'll be able to watch it immediately. Oh, cool. I did not know that. That's good to know. Excellent. Thanks, Daniel. I had been told before that if you are subscribed to the channel that it will send you a notification when the upload is done, like when I physically upload the recorded one, but I didn't know the part of what you're saying there, that if you mark it to favorites, you can watch it immediately afterwards. That's pretty cool. That was Carson Wentz to 299 red back for the Eagles. That's actually an excellent little tip. I will have to share that one, to remember that one. Dalton Schultz is coming up, and Dalton Schultz is a Cowboy. Let me double check. Yeah, Cowboy. Cowboys to 25. Salt Hill says, checklist on Cardboard Connection says the red to 299, that one we've seen. Oh, the green are to 40, and supposedly there are some blue backs to 175. I've not seen any blue backs, and I've not seen any green backs, and we're on our 4th case of this. To 299, Deontay Burnett red back. For some reason, my kitty's down there being quite vocal. I don't know what's going on. Did you all hear that? He stopped now, but that was weird. Goodness knows what he's done down there. Josh Rosen, that is a chrome refractor red back to 175. Hang on a second, guys. Let me see what this is about. Buddy, what's going on? Okay, I guess we're all right. I don't think anybody's hurt down there, but I did want to kind of try to figure that out because that was unusual. They don't usually sit around and kind of howl like that. So I was afraid that either the kitty that is the kitten that is the devil was beating somebody up, or somebody was beating up the kitten, but I guess not. Yeah, the blank backs, of course, we did know were to 50, and the no names we knew, and the full names we knew. But what I didn't know were about the other ones. Oh, it says the cat's upset because we haven't found any blue or green backs. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was really weird. But they have been kind of into it today with each other. They have not been very friendly with each other today. Dick Butkus to 299 red back. And that's why I wanted to check, because that was kind of unusual. Marshall Faulk to 99 timeless tributes. But apparently they're just down there howling for no apparent reason. This is numbered to 50. Kerryon Johnson blank back for the Lions. One of them probably took the other one's toy or something. They get really righteous over their toys. Kind of like kids do. Like, you wouldn't think that animals would get quite as, whatever the word is that I'm looking for, as much in a snit, maybe, as a kid would about stuff. But, man, these do. All right, so we have 3 boxes left. 7 completed, 3 to go, including the one that I am taking out of here right now. And we're really not doing too badly on time tonight, considering how much we've opened. We're cruising along at a pretty good pace. I'm really kind of dying to know who that redemption is. This is to 299 Kevin Tolliver red back. And I know, I could just pick it up and flip it and then we would all know, but that just takes the fun out of it. Stefan Diggs to $2.99 for the Vikings. But just realize that I want to know as much as you want to know. Although it is looking increasingly likely that it is going to be our buyback because we haven't seen it yet. Well, here's dumb Riley Ferguson again to 50. I say dumb Riley Ferguson because Riley Ferguson was not drafted. He went down to Tampa Bay, and they reported that he had signed a deal down there, but in fact he did not sign the deal, and he left. After he was there for about a week, he left. To the best of my knowledge, he has not signed any other deals. I don't think he's with any team at the moment. Which means that we will have to provisionally award him using random.org. And I say provisionally because I will, of course, research it again tomorrow. And if I find that something has changed and he is actually officially presently with a team, then I would send it to the correct team. If he is not, then I will send it to whatever team we award it to in random. Oh, a 20-box case took 3 hours. I'm surprised that it did not take longer than that. Yeah, I would have figured it would have taken every bit of 3 hours. And especially just depending on how frequently or infrequently they've opened it. Trubisky for the Bears is our relic. Because I would say my first 10-box break was probably really close to an hour and a half. And even the second one probably wasn't much faster. Brandon Faison to 99 or timeless tributes. Because that's kind of what I was saying earlier. The more you open something, the faster you'll be able to break it as you go along, because you kind of have gotten to know what you're looking for, and you can just kind of clip through it at a pretty good pace, stopping on what you need. Numbered to 50, a blank back Big Ben for the Steelers. But when it's all out and new, and you don't know yourself exactly yet what you're looking for, because you're kind of feeling your way through it as you're opening it yourself, it's definitely slower. So I can imagine for sure 20 bucks, which is two cases really, would take 3 hours. Nicholas just types in grumble. He normally has the Steelers and he got outbid tonight, so he's feeling unhappy when the Steelers are coming out. This is number 5 of 5. And why is it 5 of 5? Anybody? Anybody? It's not a no name. It's not a full name. It's not a different colored back. What the what? Why is it numbered to 5? Does anybody know offhand what the deal is? Oh, what is that? Piece of something stuck there. So anyway, it is numbered to 5, but I don't know why. Unless, now wouldn't that be something? If that is his full name, but yet he still just has the 2 names. But I guess that could be. Charlie Taylor, Redback, Chrome Refractor to 175. So I don't know. I don't know why that's numbered to 5, but hey, we'll take it. It's just a happy little bonus for us. Numbered to 299, Rayfield Wright for the Cowboys. That one is a red back. So I have a question, though, David, for you. Whoever broke the 20 box the 2-case 20-box break, did they ship all of the base cards? Did everything ship, or did they just ship the hits and the inserts? Because I could do the break in one sitting. I mean, it's a long break, but I could do it. But the sorting, oh, I don't know if I could sort 2,800 cards and ship 2,800 cards out of one break. I mean, I guess I could, but I probably wouldn't be real thrilled about it. Yeah, they shipped them all. Wow. That is crazy. Do they break every night, or do they just break like every once in a while? Because that would be the other thing. If you only break every once in a while, then that's another matter. Because then you got loads of time to sort and ship and whatever. Numbered to 99, Rich Gannon for the Raiders. Because, wow, I mean, that would just take so long. So long to sort. Rashaan Evans is a Titan. Because here's the thing. When you have as many rookies as are in here, unless maybe this person has already memorized every single rookie, which is a possibility, then the sorting would go much faster. But for me, because I still have to stop and look up some of the rookies, I haven't committed them all to memory yet, so I have to go get my sheet of paper and compare them. It would take me, this is to 299 Darius Geis, Redback Redskins. It takes me an extra, oh gosh, at least an extra half-hour break. A half hour for every 1,400 cards extra to do the rookies than what it would normally take me to sort. Jim Otto, numbered to 50, blank back for the Raiders. So, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. That would take me a long time to sort. But, you know, like I said, maybe he's got all the rookies memorized, and then you don't have that problem. He said he also wasn't watching his chat. He missed a lot of short prints, and he had to go back through the cards off camera. Well, for sure, I definitely miss some numbered stuff sometimes. I mean, you guys have caught a couple tonight. I mean, when you're talking this many cards, and the way these are numbered, you know, in that kind of busy area of the card, I mean, I would be surprised if everyone caught them, every single one. That's to numbered to 10, Bryce Bobo, Timeless Tributes blue version. But when you ship all the cards, it's not as big a deal if you miss something. To 299, Pat Mahomes, red back. If you aren't shipping all the cards and you miss something, then obviously it's a much bigger deal. Earl Campbell. Once again, Oilers go to Titans. Cards stay with the franchise. But yeah, for sure, it's there's a lot of numbered stuff in this product, more so than in many of our products. Numbered to 99, Billy Price for the Bengals. But of course, the good news is, by the time I've done 8 cases or so of classics, I will have memorized even more of the rookies than I know now. Of course, really, I haven't probably memorized that many from classics. I already knew most of the ones that I still know, just from the draft and that sort of thing. So what I guess I should say is this will help me learn the rookies that I do not currently know. Hey, there's a nice little Baker Mayfield Chrome Refractor red back to 175 for the Browns. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know who in the world would. I guess, well, there are people that do player breaks. So, yeah, you're right. If it had been a two case, 20 box player break, that would have been, oh, a nightmare to sort. I don't like to sort player breaks, period. That's why I don't do them. I just, I don't like anything about, I don't mind bidding on them, but as far as doing them myself, I do not like all the listing that you have to do. You got, yeah, as opposed to 32 teams for football, you're listing hundreds of people on the checklist. So I don't like the fact that it takes a couple of hours to get all the auctions listed and ending, of course. And then the sorting. Oh, yuck. No. Now, on something that has just a handful of cards per box, you know, like gold standard and stuff like that, that I could see a little more so than something like this. Well, you wouldn't have to automate the listings to do that. I mean, you certainly could sit there and do them manually, but lately I've been listing mine manually instead of listing them as scheduled starts, because sometimes they were listing out of order or something would fail to post, and I don't know, it was just not conducive to the way things were going for me lately. So I've been listing them more by hand the last couple months than I used to. Darius Geist to 25 timeless tributes for the Redskins. And if everything is cooperating, by that, numbered to 299, Paul Warfield, Dolphins, red back. So by everything cooperating, I mean if eBay is running at proper speed and not running slowly like it does sometimes, if my listing software is running properly, I can probably get about 2.5 things listed per minute. 2.5 spots per minute. Dallas Goedert, that is numbered to 99. And does that look off center to you? Or is that just me? It looks off center to me. Maybe it's not. But anyway, he's an Eagle. Dallas Goedert is. So you figure, even if I were really kicking it and I managed to get 3 done in a minute, Rod Woodson for the Steelers to 299. That is a red back. And note, Steelers on the back, Steelers on the front, Raiders uniform, which actually Nicholas pointed out to me the other night. I had just noted the Steelers team part and not the other till he mentioned it. Joe Mixon to 299, red back for the Bengals. But so even if you could get 3 a minute, which I think really wouldn't happen, but let's say you could, and you had a 200 player checklist, you're still talking well over an hour to get that thing listed. David, you have not missed the buyback. I'm speculating that it's going to be that right there, our redemption. Unless it, turns up in here. But if it does not, then I'm guessing it's going to be that redemption. Which was my first thought. When we first pulled it, I said, it might be the buyback. And then later I thought, it's probably a rookie. And now I guess we're back to it's probably the buyback because we haven't seen it yet. So that could, as Nicholas said, that could be anybody if it's the buyback. It could be any team. Okay. Somewhere Panini has just dug up a whole trunk load of Howie Long uniforms. Every single case we have opened has had a Howie Long swatch in it. Every single one, I think. I know for sure 3 of them have. I think all 4 of them have. So did Panini just go down into their basement or something and find a whole cedar trunk full of Howie Long uniforms? Or what is going on there all of a sudden with the Howie Long? I don't know. But he certainly is everywhere in classics. So, if you like Howie Long, buy the Raiders in classics and you're sure to find him. Oh, David, that is so mean. David is trolling Nicholas. He said the buyback is probably going to be Terry Bradshaw. Oh, that's so mean. Yeah, David, I have only seen player worn in here as well. I haven't seen any game-used relics in here this year either, so far, anyway. So I don't think that that there are any game worns in here. There's a little OBJ to 99 for the Giants. Don't forget, we've got to still do something with Classic Clashes at the end of the break as well. So that will be coming up momentarily. To 299, Jair Alexander, Redback for the Packers. Von Miller and the Broncos, that is a Chrome Refractor to 65. Well, come on now. Every once in a while I get these packs of sleeves that don't want to open easily. I don't know what the deal is. But every once in a while they show up. This pack is kind of one of those. Okay, so drum roll. Here's our redemption, which has to be our buyback. Oh, your wife just told you to be nice. That's hilarious. Well, it was all in good fun. We all know that, David. All right, it is, oh, it's for the Patriots, Teddy Bruschi. It is card number 221. And didn't we pull him out? I guess it wasn't out of Classics. We just pulled him out of something really recently, and I guess it was not Classics because it was live, whatever we pulled him out of. I do remember that. So let's get back over here to our fabulous little checklist and find this. And buyback should be, yeah, up here near the top. What did I say it was? Card 221? That's there's a lot. I didn't know there were this many. Good grief. I guess I hadn't looked at the buyback part of the checklist, huh? Numbered to 14. So that is a nice low number. I wish I knew what the card was going to look like, because it's a lot more fun to see the actual card. But anyway, if you're the Patriots, it's just fun to have it, period, right? I think it is. Wish I could remember. What did we pull him out of recently that he was live in? I don't know. Something. Oh, Nicholas, this is bad enough. He's been chasing Mason Rudolph all week and he missed him. I'm sorry. That's no fun. Now, this little stack of cards here, let's bring this guy up to the front because he's already in a sleeve, and that means I can mark on it. So here's what's going to happen with these. I'm going to go to random. I'm going to type in left and right. I will hit random 3 different times. First 2 don't count. Third one, wherever it ends, will tell us where these cards are going to go. So if it ends on the right, it will go to the teams on the right side of each of those cards. If it ends on the left, it's going to go to the teams on the left side of each of those cards. And we'll flip through that stack here in a second after we get this done. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here's our third and final. There's our 3 times date timestamp going to the left-hand side of the card. And where did I just had that marker. Just had that Sharpie. Where in the world? There it is. I hate when I do stupid stuff like that. Have something in my hand, lay it down, and lose it in a 1-foot radius. All right, so this will go, of course, to the Steelers. Then we have Patriots, Niners, Bengals, Packers, Lions, Vikes, Bengals, Cowboys, Bears, Seahawks, Chargers, Bears, Seahawks, Cowboy, Bear, Steeler, Raider, Patriot, 49er, Charger, Steeler, Raider. Makes me feel like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller. Okay, let's recap. Our buyback, Teddy Bruschi for the Patriots. It's going to be numbered to 14. You just have to hope Panini sends it before, you pass out waiting on it. These are our numbered chrome cards. That's not a defect in the card. That's that stupid sleeve I couldn't get open and it wrinkled. Numbered to 65, Baker Mayfield to 175. Charlie Taylor, 175. Josh Rosen, 175. Joe Namath, 265. LaDainian Tomlinson, 175. Kerryon Johnson, 65. Joe Flacco, 175. Kerryon Johnson again, 175. And Kurt Benkert to 175. So those were the numbered chrome. We're not looking back through the base chrome, but the numbered ones I figured we might as well. All right, here are our numbered cards. Once again, anything you see to 299 has a red back. What you see to 50 has a blank back. Timeless tributes that are orange are to 25. Timeless tributes that are gold are to 99. Timeless tributes that are blue are numbered to 10. So that's kind of what we're looking for, or you're looking at. That's the right way to say that. Anyway, that's how they're numbered in this stack. That's what I'm trying to say. Just not doing a very good job spitting that out, but yeah. I know what I mean. Does that count for anything? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, Nicholas said you had 6 or 7 full cases of Score to finally hit a Mason Rudolph. Wow. Wow, that is a lot of Score. I only opened 1 case of Score, and I did not even want to open that. I opened that under protest. I mean, obviously I ordered it to open it, but I just hate opening Score. I don't know why. I dislike it, but I kind of do. More so than other things, anyway. Azim Victor is numbered to 5, and we don't really know why. Because he's not a no-name, he's not a blank back, he's not a full name, he's not anything that's any different than anybody else that I can figure out. But at any rate, he's numbered to 5. And this is a nice full name, and it is numbered to 5. So maybe Azim Victor, maybe that is his full name. But Douglas Richard Flutie for the Patriots. And our pretty little 1 of 1, Brett Favre for the Green Bay Packers. Started us off right tonight. Our relics, Howie Long for the Raiders, Earl Campbell, Oilers/Titans, Mitch Trubisky for the Bears. A pair, Carson Wentz and Zach Ertz for the Eagles, Thurman Thomas, Bills. Another pair, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr for the Raiders. OBJ and Eli Manning for the Giants, LT for the Giants. Barry Sanders, Lions. Jared Goff, Rams. Dak Prescott, Cowboys. Yeah, I guess it is his full name, I guess, but it just seems kind of odd that it's only Azim Victor. I guess he has no middle name. So then it's kind of like, why would you choose that player to do full name with? You know what I mean? But anyway. Dallas Goedert to 99. He is an Eagle. Rashaan Evans to 99. I have already forgotten who Rashaan Evans goes to. My mind is going blank. He is a Titan. Oh, stupid Riley Ferguson. We still have to do something with him. Sit there, Riley. Dalton Schultz to 25. And Dalton is a Cowboy. Nice little Dick LeBeau to 20. Really cool hit for the Lions. Mason Rudolph on the Chrome Parallel, numbered to 30 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Followed by MJ Stewart 2/25. And MJ Stewart is, where are you? A Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Fred Warner is numbered /99, and dear old Fred is a 49er. Stenrud, 2/25 for the Kansas City Chiefs, a prolific kicker. Ben Kurt, undrafted, subsequently signed with the Falcons. That is numbered /50 on a chrome refractor. It's got a little, you can kind of see it's bowed up a little bit. Some of the, you know how that goes. A lot of the refractors, the coating on them kind of causes them to bow up a little. So Riley Ferguson here. Once again, here's the deal. I'm going to use random to award this provisionally. That's the key. Because I will look Riley up tomorrow. I will make sure that he is, in fact, not affiliated with a team as of today. If he is not, in fact, affiliated with a team, then he's going to go to whoever comes up in random. If he has signed with somebody and he is with a team, then it's going to go to that team. So, yes, I know that he went to Tampa Bay. But he didn't sign a deal down there, and he left. He's not down there anymore. He stayed like a week. So the whole premise is that they're with, it's whatever team they are with on today's date. Because of the undrafted guys, I mean. Because, you know, sometimes they get cut, they move, they whatever. So that's kind of why I always do it with whatever team they're with on the date. So there's our 32 teams. Going to hit random one time. Comes up as the Rams. So when I research this further, if there isn't anywhere else that he belongs, then he will go to the Rams. If there is somewhere else that he belongs, then of course I will send him to that team. So if you are the Rams, keep that in mind. You may get it. You probably are going to get it, unless I find out something otherwise when I go to finalize it. All right, so let's put up the spreadsheet info again, because sometimes people miss that stuff. You're jumping in part of the way through maybe, or you're watching the recorded version. So once again, there's all the anticipated shipping dates. On the first 3 breaks, the free shipping breaks, looking at approximately Saturday. Also in the first 3 breaks, if you got skunked, you didn't pull a card or an item as the case may be, you are still entitled to a consolation card. Can be from any year, any series. It's typically going to go out with your next package. I can send it to you sooner by itself if you want it. You just need to shoot me a message over on eBay and we'll work out the details. The last 3 breaks of the evening, the paid shipping breaks, Dominion, Ultimate Draft, and Classics. Anticipating a Thursday shipping date. Remember, no mail tomorrow for the holiday. If I can get it out sooner, I will. If you got skunked in one of those breaks and didn't pull a card, then your consolation will ship with the rest of the break. And then finally, looking at what is coming up here in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, it's mostly memorabilia and then a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures. Tuesday night, we have some 1- and 2-box basketball breaks, and we will do the last case of Dominion basketball as well as a case of Tier 1 baseball. On Wednesday, we're going to do a half case of TriStar Hidden Treasures autograph mini helmets. They come out on Wednesday. It's a 10-box case, so we'll be opening half the case, which is 5 boxes. And we will also open a full case of Essentials basketball, which comes out the same day on Wednesday. On Thursday, we will open another half case of the TriStar autograph mini helmets. We'll also open a TriStar Game Day Greats autograph jersey and another 10-box case of Classics football. On Friday, we'll open another Gold Rush baseball jersey, another case of Tier 1 baseball, and another case of Essentials basketball. So that's what the 5 days ahead look like. And I think that's actually it for tonight. I think we are wrapped up. So, Salt Hill, we'll see you later in the week. I hope you have a good holiday tomorrow, too. So thanks again, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you participating, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. So hopefully we'll see you then. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.